If you've been diligently tapping that lightning button within the Pi Network app for years, day in and day out, consistently contributing to the growth of this digital community, then get ready. If you've been a steadfast believer, patiently accumulating Pi coins with each tap, knowing that one day, your efforts would bear fruit, then listen closely. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The culmination of countless taps, the realization of a long-held vision, the dawn of a new era for the Pi Network. The Pi Network has always been a promise, a vision of a decentralized future, a commitment to accessible cryptocurrency, and a belief in the power of community. It's been an experiment built on hope and patience, a journey filled with anticipation and the unwavering belief that a new digital currency could empower individuals worldwide. Many doubted, questioned its legitimacy, and dismissed it as just another fleeting crypto fad. The road to mainstream adoption is never easy, and Pi Network has faced its fair share of skepticism. But you, the pioneers, the early adopters, the true believers, kept building, kept tapping, and kept waiting for real progress, for tangible results, for the moment when Pi would truly shine. That progress is here. The moment you've all been working towards has finally arrived. July 12, 2025, marks the most critical update in Pi's history. This date will be etched in the annals of the Pi Network, a turning point that will define its future trajectory. This isn't a minor tweak, not just a simple bug fix or a cosmetic enhancement. It's a fundamental shift that impacts every single Pi coin you've mined, every fraction of a Pi you've earned through your dedication and participation. The era of passive accumulation is ending. The days of simply tapping and waiting are drawing to a close. Now, your actions matter more than ever. Your decisions, your engagement, and your understanding of the Pi Network will directly influence the value and utility of your Pi holdings. The core team is challenging you, pushing you beyond the role of a passive observer. They want you to move from passive miner to active participant in a decentralized economy to become a vital contributor to the Pi Network's ecosystem. You'll need to understand new mechanics, learn about the intricacies of the Pi Network's updated system. You'll need to follow procedures, adhere to the guidelines, and make informed decisions that affect your holdings, shaping your future within the Pi Network. This is your call to action, a pivotal moment that demands your attention and engagement. What you do next could determine the real value of your Pi, shaping its future potential and solidifying its place in the digital economy. We'll break down what this update means, dissecting its key components and explaining its implications for every Pi user. We'll explore the opportunities, the potential benefits that this update unlocks, and the risks, the challenges that lie ahead. The marathon is nearly over, the long and arduous journey towards a fully functional Pi network is approaching its end, but the final sprint is the most important, the last push that will determine the ultimate success of the Pi network. Your attention is required. This is not a time to be passive. This is a time to be engaged, informed, and proactive. The future of Pi depends on it. The Pi Core team has launched Mainnet Migration Vi 2, the biggest step yet. This phase migrates most KYC-verified users' Pi from a centralized server to the decentralized mainnet blockchain. For the first time, your Pi becomes a real self-custodied cryptocurrency asset. You'll move your balance to a personal wallet, protected by a cryptographic passphrase. A new checklist in the app guides you through KYC, wallet creation, and migration. You must now confirm your lockup choices. This is binding and stabilizes the network's supply. This migration is the final prep before Pi can open to the world and gain real value. This update marks a significant shift in the Pi network, fundamentally transforming your role from a passive miner, simply tapping a button daily, to an active custodian, a responsible manager of your digital assets. You're no longer just accumulating Pi, you're now directly responsible for its security and management. You alone control your wallet's passphrase, the key to unlocking and managing your Pi holdings. This is a critical responsibility, placing the power and the risk squarely in your hands. Lose it and your Pi is gone forever. There's no reset button, no customer support to recover it. This underscores the importance of securely storing and remembering your passphrase. Consider using a password manager or writing it down and storing it in a safe place. The lockup mechanism, previously a theoretical concept, is now real, a tangible commitment to the network's stability. What you locked up is now truly inaccessible for the set period. This means you need to carefully consider your lockup periods, as you won't be able to access those Pi during that time, regardless of market conditions or personal circumstances. Only your unlocked Pi will be available for use or trade when the network opens. This distinction between locked and unlocked Pi is crucial for planning your future transactions and participation in the Pi ecosystem. KYC, or Know Your Customer, is now mandatory for migration to the mainnet, ensuring a secure and compliant network. No KYC, no mainnet Pi. This is a non-negotiable step, and failure to complete KYC successfully will prevent you from accessing your Pi on the mainnet. The user base splits, creating two distinct groups within the Pi network. Verified users move forward, gaining access to the mainnet and its functionalities. Unverified ones risk being left behind, unable to participate in the mainnet ecosystem, and potentially losing access to their mined Pi. You'll experience real blockchain finality, understanding the immutability and permanence of transactions on the Pi network. No chargebacks, no do-overs. Once a transaction is confirmed on the blockchain, it's irreversible, highlighting the need for carefulness and accuracy. The enclosed mainnet lets you transact with other KYC'd users, creating a safe and regulated environment for early adopters, preparing you for the open market and the wider world of cryptocurrency trading. Mistakes are permanent, reinforcing the need for diligence and a thorough understanding of the platform. So learn the basics of crypto security now, protecting yourself from potential scams and hacks. This is your training ground, a safe space to experiment and learn without risking real assets. Before Pi faces the chaos of public exchanges, where volatility and uncertainty reign, the stakes are higher, demanding a more serious and informed approach to your Pi holdings. But so are the opportunities, with the potential for real-world utility and value creation. Welcome to Real Crypto, where responsibility, security, and opportunity converge. The rewards are real. Your Pi could soon have tangible value, tradable for fiat or crypto. Early adopters may see significant gains if Pi's price holds up. A live economy could emerge, with apps and services using Pi as currency. But the risks are just as real. Lose your passphrase, lose your Pi, forever. Technical bugs or migration errors could cause losses. The open market could bring a price crash if too many sell at once. The lockup helps, but it's not a guarantee. Pi's value is not promised, proceed with caution. Pi's journey has been plagued by delays and shifting timelines, fueling skepticism. Critics see this migration as another drawn-out phase, not the final leap. Centralization remains a major concern. The core team controls every key decision. The KYC process is slow, buggy, and raises privacy worries. Many users are stuck in limbo, unable to migrate. Pi's value is still zero. Any price you see is for IOUs, not real coins. Misinformation and inflated expectations are rampant. The core team hasn't done enough to address these issues. Disappointment is likely if reality doesn't match the hype. Pi's approach is unique. Mass adoption first, decentralization later. Unlike Bitcoin's grassroots launch, Pi is top-down and highly centralized. Ethereum's merge was transparent and community-driven. Pi's migration is opaque and dictated by the core team. Other projects like Solana launched with full functionality and listings. Pi is still building its core tech. Pi's massive user base is its strength, but most users aren't crypto-savvy. The challenge: can Pi educate and empower its community before the open market arrives? If successful, Pi could create an unprecedented network effect. If not, the risks of confusion and instability are huge. Pi is a social experiment. Its outcome is still uncertain. The next steps will define its legacy. The mainnet is here, and the possibilities are endless. But with great opportunity comes great responsibility. So here's what every pioneer, every member of the Pi network should do now to ensure they're well-positioned to thrive in this exciting new era. These are crucial steps to take to secure your Pi and prepare for the open network. First and foremost, create your Pi wallet. This is your gateway to the Pi ecosystem, your personal vault for storing and transacting with your Pi. Once you've created your wallet, the most critical step is to write down your 24-word passphrase. This passphrase is the key to your wallet. Never, ever store it digitally. Digital storage is vulnerable to hacking, malware, and other online threats. Instead, keep multiple paper copies of your passphrase. This redundancy ensures that even if one copy is lost or damaged, you still have access to your wallet. Store these copies in safe places, separate locations that are secure and known only to you. Think of a home safe, a safety deposit box, or another secure storage solution. Next, complete your mainnet checklist within the Pi app. This checklist guides you through the essential steps to prepare for the mainnet migration. You can find the mainnet checklist directly in the app, including the crucial step of wallet setup. which we've already discussed. Another important step is lockup confirmation. This involves deciding how long you want to lock up your Pi to support the network and earn rewards. Think carefully about your lockup strategy. This decision impacts both your potential rewards and the flexibility of your Pi. Remember, more Pi locked up for a longer duration means higher rewards, contributing to the stability and security of the Pi network. But it also means less flexibility to use or transfer your Pi during the lockup period. If you haven't already done so, prioritize completing your KYC, Know Your Customer, verification. Check the app often for KYC invitations and updates. When submitting your KYC information, ensure your information matches your government-issued ID exactly. If you're stuck in KYC verification, don't worry, you're not alone. Be patient and continue to watch for updates and notifications from the Pi team. Beyond these essential steps, start learning as much as you can about the Pi network and the broader cryptocurrency landscape. Explore the growing ecosystem of Pi apps. Try out test transactions on the testnet to familiarize yourself with how Pi transactions work, and read the Pi network white paper to gain a deeper understanding of the project's vision and goals. Understand the fundamentals of cryptocurrency, including self-custody, the inherent volatility of the market, and the ever-present threat of scams. In the world of cryptocurrency, knowledge is your best asset, your shield against potential risks. This is especially true as we enter this new phase of the Pi network. Don't just tap the mining button every day. Engage with the Pi community, participate in discussions, and prepare yourself for the opportunities that lie ahead. The open network is coming soon, bringing with it a wave of new possibilities. And you need to be ready to seize those opportunities and navigate the evolving landscape. Your future with Pi depends directly on the actions you take right now. So take these steps seriously and prepare to thrive in the Pi network's exciting future. With migration underway, Pi enters the enclosed network phase. You can use Pi within the ecosystem, but not on exchanges, yet. The focus now is on real utility. Are people using Pi or just holding? The open network will only launch after mass migration and app ecosystem maturity. The timeline is still uncertain. Be patient. When Pi hits exchanges, expect wild price swings and volatility. Your lockup strategy will be tested. Plan ahead. Pi's long-term success depends on real-world use, not just hype. This is just the beginning of a new chapter. Mainnet migration V2 is a turning point. Pi is finally becoming a real self-custodied asset. Now, security, lockup choices, and KYC are urgent priorities. But remember, delays, centralization, and inflated expectations still loom. The risks are real. Personal loss, price collapse, and project failure are all possible. Migration enables value, but doesn't guarantee it. Act now, secure your wallet, finish your checklist, and migrate if eligible. Manage your expectations. Volatility and uncertainty are ahead. Keep learning. Knowledge is your best protection. The power is shifting to you, the pioneer. The future of Pi starts now. Proceed wisely.